Hey everyone, welcome back to the Crypto ZX channel. If you're new, please consider subscribing. But now let's talk about SUI coin, see what is happening with the price of SUI, and of course, what is yet to come. Appreciate each and every one of you guys for sticking around and showing tremendous amount of love. But yeah, let's get right into it. So, as we are going into Tuesday morning, we did notice a little bit of red across the market as we did start off a brand new week. Remember, on the weekends, we do usually tend to see the CME futures being closed. But this week started off on a little bit of a minor pullback for Bitcoin. But if you look at the bigger picture, Bitcoin is still looking, quite strong. And a lot of people will completely forget of the fact that, Bitcoin has been in this upwards trajectory over the course of the last 1.5 week. And a lot of people completely forget that. But if you are someone that obviously holds SUI or hold any crypto in general, you don't want to be forgetting the bigger picture. But let's take a closer look and see what is happening, and of course what is yet to come. But before I do that, as always, just a quick disclaimer: anything on this channel is not financial advice. Always do your own due diligence and research when you are investing in crypto. So looking at the price of SUI, $2.02, down about 5.4% over the past 24 hours in USD comparative, as well as about 3.2% in Bitcoin comparative. Market cap is almost about around 5.6 billion, and the 24-hour trading volume at about $722 million. If we're focusing on the Bitcoin dominance index here, you can see the dominance index has been going down. But what has changed today, of course, and I did highlight this in my Turbo update, which went live a few hours ago, Bitcoin also saw a little bit of a minor pullback, and Bitcoin made its way down to $66,600. And again, we do have some support around that range. So I'm not surprised at the fact that we did bounce from there, and right now you're seeing the price of Bitcoin trying to get past that $68,000 price point. So nonetheless, in the bigger picture, if you want to just take a look at it from that point of view, Bitcoin is still in this upward trajectory that we're noticing. But with that said, I'm going to continuously remind you guys until we actually start approaching the specific time, which is of course the U.S. elections. You won't believe how many people that are still sidelined. Of course, a lot of people are going to be confused when looking at the price of Bitcoin moving up like this. It's institutions, major institutions coming in. Big players that understand the bigger picture are coming in. But in terms of retail, in terms of the overall market sentiment, people are still uncertain due to, the U.S. election, because of course no one knows which way it's going to go. But everyone has their, complete right, to vote for who they want. So, if you are getting mad at someone's, decision, because I do read some of the comments stating that, if people kind of start giving some people a hard time for what they, choose in terms of political standings, we have absolutely no right to do that. Everyone has their right to vote for whoever they want. But that leads to a little bit of uncertainty because, of course, no one really knows who's going to win. And that uncertainty can really, affect the broader market going into, the event itself, which in this case is the U.S. election. But nonetheless, as far as Bitcoin is concerned, still looking quite well. Obviously, if Bitcoin does not hold around this level, I do still think that $66,400 support could be in play once again. With that said, if you're looking at SUI right now, SUI did make its way up to that $2.18 just a few hours ago. But of course, the broader market saw a little bit of a minor pullback, and again, shouldn't really be an exception that, SUI is also going to react to that. We saw SUI making its way down to that, $2 support line. And again, $2 is a psychological price point. And you can clearly see we do have some support built up around that range. And that's exactly where the price of SUI came down to, got supported, and have seen a little bit of a bounce since. To be exact, we actually made our way down to $1.98. But like I said, we do have some significant support. At one point, that was an all-time high in February. So not a big surprise at the fact that, we have seen that support, but you still want to see the price of SUI. If you want to talk about all-time highs, extremely important for the price of SUI to be sitting above $2.18. If we're able to stay above there, I do believe that, all-time high, conversation, and as well as targets remain in that case. But for below that key resistance, some lower time frames could be retested in case Bitcoin were to see shakeout. So this is just a continuous reminder again. If you have been printing over the course of the last few months on SUI, then lock in some profits. It never hurts. At the end of the day, you make your own risk strategy, because of course no one is here to make a risk strategy for yourself except yourself. But think realistically. That's one big thing I can continuously remind each and every one of you guys. Think realistically, because that is going to get you somewhere. If you have unrealistic expectations, and you're throwing some predictions just through thin air, that can really hurt you in terms of your gains in this space. So you don't want to be obviously on that side of the spectrum. Have an exit strategy in place, or really understand where you're going to be locking in profits, and think about it from a realistic standpoint. I'll continue reminding yourself, because trust me, I was one of you guys when I came new into the markets, had some absolutely unrealistic price predictions, and even though I made some profit, I wish I did not have those unrealistic price predictions, because, I could have locked, some major profits. But anyhow, so far in short term, in terms of, SUI's momentum, it's still definitely there. I like what I'm seeing, but we're going to take it one step at a time. Let me know down below what you guys think. Love each and every one of you guys. We'll see you tomorrow in Crypto ZX, and peace out.